My name is Tony Mwebia, the founder of Men and FGM online and offline campaign that rallies men and boys to join the fight against FGM and other harmful cultural practices. And looking around, I could not see so many men talking about FGM. So I thought, why not start an online campaign called Men and FGM and try to lobby the policymakers and organizations and all the people to join the fight against FGM. I do so many tweets depending with the research, the current research that has been done, the different campaigns that are ongoing. To some extent, people see me, I don't know, like a mouthpiece or something of the sort. My DM is always full of so many issues about campaigns not going right in some places in Kenya. I also have a website whereby I write about FGM. So if I feel an issue like needs to be talked or addressed all about it, then I write it on my website, and I do blog. I address so many issues like men and FGM, security and FGM. I challenge even the government authorities. Like, for example, I feel like if Matiang'i woke up today and said and gave a warning to all the chiefs in Kenya and told them that crack the whip, make sure that no girl is cut within your area, and if someone is cut, you're going to lose your job. It can be a big step towards ending FGM. We have great internet penetration in Kenya. Who are the greatest consumers of social media? It is the youth themselves. So social media plays a very big, huge role in the fight against FGM, in the essence that it gets to the youth themselves, who are like the future generation and the people who we need the end FGM message to get into right now. I use my phone. It's the easiest way. So anytime I'm stuck on traffic, anytime I'm not busy, like most of the times when you see I'm tweeting so much, maybe I'm stuck on traffic or I'm traveling or something of the sort. So it's much easier on the phone than the laptop. So when I want to reach out the communities themselves, I mostly use Facebook. Almost everyone is on Facebook, but Twitter is quite restrictive to few people. Over the years, what has kept me moving and kept me campaigning against FGM is the 1, 2, 3 positive feedbacks that I get from different people. I also get some direct messages which are like, man, keep on pushing. So this is what keeps me doing what I'm doing. I get so many people talking to me, both survivors, both the men from Marsabit, the men from Wajir, the men from Mandera, a lot of feedback. There are so many men out there who admire what I'm doing and who wants to join this fight, but they fear the backlash from the community and the people, their circles and everything. We need to keep on pushing, encouraging more men to come out and speak and join the fight against FGM. There are so many attacks coming from different people out there, and I get so many in a day. Why am I talking about FGM? It's not the issue as men. It's something that I'm passionate about. It's a journey that I've decided to walk. So I don't fear the backlash. It happens. Some of the communities are very hostile because you're trying to intrude into what they truly believe is their culture.
For a long time, women have been in the forefront fighting against female genital mutilation with little or no support from the men in the community. But now the narrative is changing. Men are speaking out boldly about the cut rather than seeing it as a woman issue.
By not involving men in the fight against FGM, it's like a doctor treating the symptoms of a disease and ignoring the disease itself. We need the men, we need everyone to join the fight against FGM. Men are like catalysts.
Women, when they suffer, in a way we will equally suffer, because if your wife get a complication during birth, you will need to foot the bill, run up and down and everything. In a way it will affect you. So why should you even allow this to happen to the people you are supposed to protect?
A man who has lost a loved one from FGM complications, the babies and everything, how many men have come out to openly speak about this? Because of our ego as men, we suffer in silence. I would like to see us getting to a point whereby the men start opening up and sharing their stories.
Na mshukran sana kwa kuendelea kuitegea Ipse Radio 100.3 FM mara sabita. Tutakuwa tunazungumzia kuhusiana na swala la ukeketaji wa wasichana ukipenda FGM. Mtu anajiuliza kwa nini mwanaume achukue jukumu hilo na kuanza kwenda kuwahamasisha umma kuhusiana na umuhimu aswa maeneo haya kaskazini mashariki, tuachane na swala la ukeketaji wa wasichana.
Ukeketaji ni jambo ambalo inahusika na wakina mama peke yao. Na saa zingine inakuwa vigumu kwa jamii wetu kuelewa mbona wanaume wanajihusisha. Lakini sababu ni rahisi sana. Ukeketaji una madhara nyingi sana. Na hawa ni watoto wetu, hawa ni madada zetu, na hawa ni wakina mama wetu.
Nikirudi kwa Sister Markabo, ndugu Hassan amesema kwamba kuna madhara na uchungu. Wewe kama mtu mmoja ni yule mtu ambaye ameweza kupitia ukeketaji?
Nimepitia na nimehisi ile uchungu ambao wasichana wanapitia, na mara mingi ukiangalia sana kwa kimila yetu unapata msichana ambaye anakeketwa ako katika ule umri mdogo, hawezi jitetea. Nikasema kuwa mimi kama mmoja wapo wa wasichana nitasimama na ndugu Hassan nisaidie wale wasichana wenye hawajapitia, tuweze kutembea katika kijiji, tuelimishe pia wale wazee ambao wazee na pia wamama zetu ambao wanajua ukeketaji ni mambo ya mila. Tukienda kwa shule tunaambia wasichana ukikuja kukeketwa unatoroka. Tunaanza na wale watoto wako primary school, shule ya msingi, kwa sababu ukeketaji unaanza umri wa miaka 9, 10, 11, 12 hapo. So
unaamini aswani nani akona jukumu kubwa la kuweza kusimamisha swala hili la ukeketaji wa wasichana? Ni baba ama ni mama?
Mama akiamua kusema mtoto wangu hawezi fanyiwa, baba hawezi kataa. So ni jukumu ya mama na jukumu ya sisi wasichana kusema hapana kwa ukeketaji.
We have been using Ipse FM radio station, which has a very good coverage. It covers the entire Marsabit County, southern Ethiopia, and Mandera. This is a very good platform to reach out to people. Those maybe it's very difficult to reach, because sometimes we won't be able to reach every other village. Using the media, we are able to reach, get into the bedrooms and sitting rooms and of every household across the county.
Kwa dumuni adumulekara yote. Mungu sio mjinga venye alitumba, si ndio? Juu sisi tumeenda kumkosoa, si ndio? Mimi mwenyewe nimepitia hiyo madhara. Kama nilipokuwa msichana niliona tofauti ya vile nilikuwa na wakati nilipitia ukeketaji, ile madhara nilipata. Ndio kwa sababu nimeona ni lazima niokoe wasichana wetu hawa wadogo. Tuna practice type 2 of which tunaita excision, the removing of the clitoris and both the small labia and the larger labias. Wakati ile unaenda kujifungua, that scar itarenew. Anakuwa na hiyo prolonged labor, alafu mpaka huwa saa zingine mtoto anatoka kwa amekufa. Wakati wako na hiyo protracted labor, anapata ugonjwa inaitwa fistula. Nilikuwa na type ya nini? Ya watu kukeketwa. Kitambo walikuwa shy, hata wakiniona wanatoroka, wengine wanatoroka wanajificha, lakini saizi wamekuwa open. Hata mtu mwenyewe anasema kweli, kumbe mimi huwa nakuanga na hiyo shida, nafikiria ni shida nyingine, kumbe ni hii kitu nimeleta hiyo shida. So unakuta wameanza kufanya nini? Kutunga mikono. Mimi wasichana wangu ni wawili na nimesema hawezi keketwa.
Tumeingia ndani ya masomo, tumeelewa mpaka tukafahamu kabisa. Tukaona hii kitu tunadhuru watoto. Tukasema kama samani sisi tumedhuruliwa, hatuwezi sasa kudhuru tena watoto wetu.
We empowered girls through all the program. We empower them through educational workshops for 5 days, whereby we teach them about reproductive health, HIV and AIDS, FGM, drug abuse and its effect. Type 2, excision. Kina nani ndio wanafanyanga hiyo? So far, we have empowered more than 1,500 girls in our educational workshop. So far, we have sponsored 21 girls, and they're in high school. And I'm sure those 21 girls, they are not cut because their parents have promised me.
I myself, I decided not to undergo FGM. They have even sponsored me in high school. Early next year, they're going to take me to university, in which I'd like to study about medicine.
The worry in the community is they don't understand that the laws are there. But when we tell them, when you cut the girls, you'll be taken to jail. Some of the elders, they say that let the police come. They will even fight with them. There's a time actually I was engaging villages with the Anti-FGM Act. It was actually very hard for me to teach them and translate the same time. So it is advisable if they translate this to a different language of a different community. I don't think to arrest them will be a solution. The solution is to empower them and give them time to change, to stop FGM.
If you say we have to impose the act only, then they can do it in hiding. First, engage the community, let them understand that FGM is wrong because of 1, 2, 3 reasons, and equally then you bring also the act that this is what the law equally says about it.
Nilipoenda Sudan kule North Kordofan, kuna kijiji inaitwa El Ubedi, tulifanya sherehe pale. Imekubaliana wakasaini kuacha FGM. Nikifuatilia iliwachukua viongozi wa dini na mashirika miaka 15 kuongea na wao continuously bila hata kukata. Hata jamii yetu siwezi achieve in one day, so lazima nichukue ile hatua ya kukaa hata kama ni miaka 30 zijazo niongee. Na kama mimi ni kiongozi lazima nionyeshe mfano mimi mwenyewe. Msichana wangu mimi sahi mwaka huu ujao anaenda form 2 na bado hajakeketwa na wasichana wengine wadogo. Niko na wasichana 3. So lazima nionyeshe mfano. Na kuna mashaka kadhaa tuko na wao hapa pia bado hajakeketa.
At 94%, if you decided to apply the law to this society, that is 9 out of 10 girls have been cut. 9 out of 10 families have practiced FGM. So if you arrested all of them and applying the law to them, where do you take them? So this simply means that we have to, first of all, sensitize the community. For example, if you come to the communities where you have prevalences of 28% among the Kalenjins or the Merus and Embus at 31%, then this means that these communities, it's just a few characters there who are practicing this harmful cultural practice. So apply the full force of law. I'm not saying that the law should be applied selectively. It is about changing the mindset and also structuring the campaigns in a way that you make them appealing to the communities.
We don't have political will to end FGM. Definitely know that you will lose your seat during electioneering period. So that's why most of them, they fear to talk with the community about FGM. Because when they speak, they are going against the culture.
I had an engagement recently with some of our members of county assemblies. We were discussing on, what role can they play in ending FGM. If a bill or rather a policy is brought before them that will address FGM issues in Marsabit context, then they are so much willing to pass. So that means there is quite a good political will. They might not go out there and loudly speak about it, but they can use their powers and influence and their offices.
If we, as the general citizen, the laymen in the society, are going to talk about FGM and make it fashionable for the men to talk about FGM, then there's no way that the politicians will resist talking about FGM. There's no way that the religious leaders will resist talking about FGM. So it is key right now to do what we call popular mobilization, to have as many people talking about FGM.
Viongozi wakipatana hivyo, hasa wale wa dini, wakitoa sauti yao kwa pamoja, hiyo sauti lazima ifike chini. Na inakuwa rahisi kwangu mimi nikifika, watatuambia hata siku ile tuliona Deputy Chief Kari akisema hiyo kitu tuachane nayo.
FGM campaigns was majorly done in hotels, some just forums, something like that within towns. But if we are to end FGM, it's so important that everybody is brought in on board. Everybody has a role.
When the ancestors are passing the cultural laws and all these things, they don't sit in big hotels. They sit under the trees. We need to go under those trees and talk to them and talk to the people deep down in Tiati, deep down in Mandera, Wajir, and these other places whereby the campaigns have not reached. Talk to them and convince them. Come up with innovative ways. Why not come up with a football tournament as an entry point to these communities, like Men and FGM football tournament, and popularize it. Let's have them play football as they're playing the football. They're being sensitized about FGM.
You will not just wake up early in the morning and you say the FGM will end. So we need actually to empower community day and night.
Hii kazi sitasimama, nitaendesha mpaka nifikie, nihakikisha kwamba hii elimu imefika kila mahali. Natarajia kabisa nione ya kwamba tuko free from FGM. Hiyo ndio kuona wasichana wanakuwa bila ya kuguswa, ako salama.